How's it going, Dave in Comic Book Investments? So we're going to look at 5 keys that are dropping in price, and some of them pretty high. One of them dropped by 80%. Pretty big drop. So yeah, let's just get right into it. First, we got Black Panther #1. A 9.4 is down 61% from 438 to 170. A 9.6 is down 71% from 700 to 200. And then a 9.8 is down 76%, selling for 41.91, now selling for 9.92. Wow, if you just look at that graph, it's just pretty much going straight down. This is his first solo book. I mean, he kind of had jungle action before, but this is Black Panther, like his own, not part of a different series, but pretty much his own solo. Yeah, it's gone down a lot. I mean, I can't believe it. 4,200 for a 9.8, now selling for 9.92. Man, that's do I ever think that this book is ever going to reach its 9.8 $4,200 price tag? No, I do not. I mean, not ever again, but not anytime soon. Not in the next 10 years. Let's put it that way. I don't see this ever hitting 4,200 in the next 10 years. I mean, it's kind of had its day in the sun with the Black Panther movie being super huge and now dropping off. Now you got Black Panther 2. Even if they make 3, 4, all that kind of stuff, this is just not the book that you would want to go for. You would want to go for FF52, the first Black Panther. Even 53, the second Black Panther, is like, okay. You can go even for Jungle Action 5. That's his first kind of on his own. But still, this is like down the tier list of Black Panther books to get. But nonetheless, I just don't really see this coming back up anytime soon to its highs. But I mean, it could, theoretically be close to the bottom, maybe selling for like 800 for a 9.8, and then it could come back up, $1,500, $2,000 I could see within the next 5 years, but not no 4,200 in the next 10. All right, next we got Ghost Rider 28. A 9.4 is down 80% from 138 to $28. 9.6 is down 55% from 200 to 90, and a 9.8 is down 77% from a high of 550, now selling for 125. This is the first appearance of Midnight Suns. I believe they're doing some kind of video game or something like that with it. I mean, if you look at this graph, you can see basically it starts at 2019 is like the first sale for a 9.8, which basically means even though this book came out way, way before, I think it was even in the 90s, this book came out, and no one cared. No one cared. It wasn't until recently that people started caring a little bit. Then I got a boost because people were like, oh, Midnight Suns is going to be, I think people thought it was going to be a movie at first, but it turns out it was just a video game. Nonetheless, I mean, this wasn't expensive before, and it probably won't be again going into the future. If you asked me, I mean, down to 80%, that's a lot. Could it drop even further? Yes, I could see this book hitting like the $90 range, $80 range for a 9.8. I don't think it'll go much lower than that. I think that'll probably be the lowest for like a 9.8, but I could see it hitting that down there. Will I ever think this book could come up to 550 for a 9.8? Not really. They'd have to make a Midnight Suns movie or something, and it'd have to be, and then that hype would, push it to new highs, but I really don't see it happening. Next, we got Walking Dead 19. A 9.4 is down 29% from 443 to 315. A 9.6 is down 41% from 530 to 315. Yes, it's the same as the other one. A 9.8 is down 50% from 866 to 430. I mean, it's no surprise here. Walking Dead's pretty much dead. And I don't think it's coming back to life anytime soon. I had no idea that this show was still going on. I thought it was canceled or ended or wherever you want to say it, like years ago. I had no idea that it was still going on. I know the comic book ended many years ago, and I was looking it up. I was like, is it still going on? I was like, oh no, they probably still have that other one, the Fear the Walking Dead. But no, the Fear the Walking Dead is actually done. That was canceled or not renewed like a year or two ago. But the Walking Dead series is on its final season, I think the 11th season. And I was like, wow, I was so surprised. I could have swore it was canceled years ago. But I guess it's still going on. This is its final season. I'm assuming, spoiler alert, if you haven't read the book, I think Rick is going to die. And I thought they killed off Rick years ago in the TV show. And lo and behold, it's still on. And I looked at how many people was watching. At its peak, it was hitting around 15 to 16 million viewers an episode. Now it's clocking in around 1 to maybe 2. So way, way down. And that's kind of like what happens with the Walking Dead comic books, is they peaked and then they're slowly going down. At least they're kind of like steady. The tough thing I have about this is, what's the future of the Walking Dead books? It's really hard. I think number one will always be valuable. And obviously the key issues, maybe like 19, 27 or something like that. But where do I see the series as a whole? I really don't know. I think it's going to continue to drop because it's this really popular, if you look at all the Walking Deads, minus number one, all the records are usually hit, back in like 2012, 2013, stuff like that. Just like this book, most of the records, highest price were back then. I don't really see this, they're not going to make this again, like 10 years down, like, hey, we should reboot Walking Dead. They'll try, but it won't be successful. It just was right place, right time. Zombies all of a sudden had a huge boost. And then the market got flooded with zombie stuff. It's kind of like that show that's coming out, The Last of Us. I really don't see that being a very big hit because who cares about zombies anymore? I mean, there are people, but for the most part, it's pretty much done. All right, next we got Strange Tales 159, the first appearance of Val. A 6.5 is down 75% from 475 to 118. An 8.0 is down 57% from 925 to 401. And a 9.0 is down 31% from 1299 to 900. So Val is played by Elaine from Seinfeld. I'm blanking on her real name, but she's also in Veep. I actually like her. She's really, I like her stuff that she's been in. I keep on thinking Elaine Bennis. That's not her name. I know that's not her name. Someone's going to correct me in the comments, and I'm going to go, ugh. But anyways, Seinfeld is one, if not my favorite show of all time. I got the little box set DVD fridge thing, and I've seen it like probably 7 times all the way through. Now, like, basically what I do is I'd be working, I was throwing a disc and it'd be playing in the background, and I've seen it so many times. I know, like, without looking, I know exactly what's going on in the scene, what's going to happen next, what they're doing without even looking at it. I know all the lines, pretty much can quote everything. So yeah, Seinfeld's probably my favorite show. She is in The Thunderbolts, which is, I believe, a movie coming up, if I'm not mistaken. I can't remember which one of them something was going to be a TV show, is now a movie, Armored War or something like that. But I think Thunderbolts is a movie. Could be a TV show. I could be wrong. I don't know. But anyway, she's going to be like the head. She's going to be like the Amanda Waller of the Suicide Squad type of thing. This book, in my opinion, will start going up. That's just my opinion. Now, is it going to reach its all-time highs? I think there'll be some records broken. I think so. Down the line, within the next year or two, I think there'll be some records broken. But I think this book will go up. It's an older Silver Age book, so those are always good to have. All right, last on the list, it brings me no joy to have this one, is Turtles #1, third printing. A 7.5 is down 56% from 1440 to 640. An 8.5 is down 50% from 1700 to 850. And a 9.8 is down 41% from 8400 not too long ago, back in May, now selling for 49.20. Yeah, this doesn't bring me any joy to put this on the list. I love the Turtles, but it's on here. I haven't seen like the 4th and 5th printing, definitely seen a lot of dropping on those. As you get in the higher printings, not so much. I know the 9.8, if I'm going memory serves, for a first printing, sold for like 180, 190,000, but it previously sold for 250 back at its peak. So it's quite a bit of a drop, but not a ton. But I still think Turtles are a good book. I have a bunch of them, not just because I love the Turtles, but I think they're coming out with some kind of like movie. I'm not sure if it's a cartoon or what. And then they also want to reboot that movie franchise again. So they're doing stuff with the Turtles, and Turtles are huge. The Turtles, think about it this way. The Turtles have lasted multiple generations. They have always had a cartoon on in some capacity, movie or something going on. And, history, look at the history, it'll probably repeat itself. And so you're going to see more and more turtle stuff coming out. Have a great weekend.